Hopefully the frames per second won't crap out of me.
Hello everyone, this is SlothnMoose again. We just got done with a commentary. We're doing another one, and this is going to be another subscriber replay. This is not this. Is this him or is it the other guy? I think it's the other guy. Is it Rivers? Rivers is our subscriber, right? Yeah. No? Yeah? So Rivers is our subscriber. It's going to be red versus blue on Lost Temple. Moose, who are the two players?
Okay, guys, down here in the bottom middle, we have Rivers, who'll be our blue Terran. And up here in the top right-hand corner, we have Strahd, who'll be our red Zerg. This is going to be a great matchup. You know why? Because it's on my favorite map, Metalopolis.
I said Lost Temple. Oops. It's Metalopolis. Excuse my French. We do have a very early scout coming from our subscriber, Rivers, and we are going to see, it looks like the standard all-off for him. So he did mention that this is a platinum level play. Both of these players are platinum. So it's going to be a ZVT, and it's always fun to see how Zerg can take down the Terran if at all possible. And he's going to get lucky with his first scouting drone.
And on 4-player maps, I have to admit, Zerg has the best scouting compared to anybody else because he now got 2 spots to scout at the exact same time.
Yeah, so
while the Terran is going to have to go all the way here, and then he's going to know, and he still has to run over there. So, therefore, the Zerg has the best scouting of all.
So, pretty standard barracks. What is the? Do you know the standard build for Terran? I guess it's. I think it's 14 orbital commands. So we'll see. And it does look like we're getting harassed. Is he going to kill that SCV?
Oh!
And he does. So we're going to delay that.
Oh, okay,
barracks.
got it right back. So
still though,
a couple seconds here and there.
Couple seconds, kill the SCV. So that's
this is a good build by Strahd right here.
It's very early gas to be Zerg. I mean, that's probably a 12 gas, and then he went like 12 or 13 pull. So he's probably going to see some very early Zergling speed.
It had to be 15 because he just.
No. Trust me. If you want to go back, watch. Back
one more time.
Back again.
Sorry, guys.
No, don't. I just want to prove my point.
Gosh.
So what did he go gas? We want to see. So he went. Oh, maybe he did. I don't know.
That was 14, which turned into 13, and now 13 turned into 12.
Yeah, so 14, 13. I like to go 15, 14 if I'm going to do that, or go 15, 14 hatch. So
one supply early, but. I mean, that's a good timing right there to get that extractor up right before he got the spawning pool. So he's going to get the speed link probably as soon as it comes up. No doubt.
Yeah. Probably get a few scouting Zerglings out depending on what he wants to do. So hopefully we're going to see orbital command soon from the Terran player because mules are just overpowered as hell. So what do we see? Oh, we are seeing 2 bunkers go down right outside the Zerg base. So this is going to prevent any expansion and hold him to 1 base. And a lot of times when players do this, they like to follow up with an extra command center to go ahead and secure their natural. But we'll see what he plans on doing with this. Maybe just some very early Marines, and probably going to see another barracks just operating off of 1 right now.
Yeah, I was about to say most likely to get a second barracks before he gets the orbital. Before he gets another planetary. Command center. But he is going to plan orbital command right now, so he will start muling up and/or scanning.
So one thing Zerg players like to do in this, right here, especially on this map, because it's very common to get bunkered off, is just set a patrolling drone right outside your ramp so you don't get completely blocked in. Because you see right now he's completely blocked in, but he is going to have some Zerglings, but that Marine is going to be able to easily take them out with that SCV repairing that bunker. So holding that off, and we'll see how the Zerg player responds. Going to get another barracks right outside these bunkers.
Got a proxy racks.
So
we should see banelings anytime here.
Banelings aren't terrible against bunkers, but we'll end up seeing. I mean, that's pretty much the only way is a very early baneling bust to get down those bunkers. So I agree with you there, Moose.
They're now going for a factory as well out there. We're going to get Hellions.
Yeah, we are probably going to see Hellions. That would be kind of smart. They're not the best against banelings, but we'll see. We do see the baneling nest, so good prediction there by Moose. So the baneling nest is going down. It's right up there.
Second extractor as well, right there. Baneling nest going down.
I wouldn't recommend the second extractor. It's not as important as getting enough Zerglings out to get your banelings right now.
Small to get centrifugal hooks, so might be interesting to get that. I don't think it's very important. Okay, so we got about 20 seconds left on the baneling nest. Layer going down as well. Layer takes 80 seconds. That's a long time. Of course, it should be. But nevertheless, not get speedlings because the baneling needed. And also, only has 2 Marines over here in the bunkers. I expected a little bit more. And also putting a 3rd bunker up right here. Not exactly sure why the third bunker is going up, but it is.
Not completely necessary, but if those first two bunkers get taken out by the banelings, and he still has that extra bunker, it might actually pay off for him. So what do you say how it's going down on that barracks right there? We do have a reactor, so
yeah, lots of Marines being pumped out. Still Marines running across the map and getting a reactor there. And also Hellions coming out, unless you did not notice. Needs to put these Marines in the bunkers. Although the banelings will destroy anything in its path, these bunkers will be completely useless. I would say you probably put Marines behind them, wouldn't you?
That might be the smart thing to do, but
yeah,
I think as soon as that bunker goes down, it'll depend on how many banelings actually come at them, if it's going to work or not. But we did see, like, he droned up really hard, which was probably a good thing by the look at the Zerg player, look at his oversaturation. He droned up extremely hard right there. Way ahead. If this baneling bust does work, he's going to be in really great shape. But he did wait for centrifugal hooks, and I would not recommend that. I'd recommend probably 5, maybe 6 banelings to try and take down those bunkers, and then, let's see, he's got 10 morphing in right now, but then again, we do have 9 Marines, 3 Hellions, more Marines being pumped out, so we'll see. He did wait for those centrifugal hooks, and we will see. So it does look like he's going to cancel now and move in, which this could be the Terran's demise, which I believe it's going to, because those banelings are up right now. So we did see them explode on the Hellions, which wasn't very good for them, but then again, probably 3 of those banelings can take out all of those Marines, and we'll see it. Oh,
3 of them took out all of them.
Told you. So 3 banelings took out all those Marines, and he's just really, really far ahead of the Terran player at this point. He's going to lose all these production buildings without a doubt, because he's just going to pump quite a bit of Zerglings. And we do see a Nidus network going down for him, more banelings morphing in, and it looks like he's just going to go up and try and get in the line or do a baneling bust into the base. But what I would recommend right now is for the Zerg player to go ahead and take out some more of those production buildings that are right outside of his base, because they're just going to keep producing units. And look, he's just going to move in with a Hellion freely pretty much right now. He could take out those 2 Zerglings pretty easily, for some reason going for the drones instead, but more Zerglings right now are going to be able to take that out pretty easily.
Soften up a lot of drones right there as Hellions. Hellions are so good at harassing drone lines.
So let's see what these banelings are going to do down here. It looks like they're going to just move in, probably just try and do a bust right here. And all he's really going to do is take out those supply depots.
No, he might actually go into the line.
He did get in the line, so he's going to kill so many SCVs right now. So,
and killing 2 mules. That's huge.
So what I would recommend Rivers to do right now
is 17 harvester count.
I would recommend for Rivers to pull all those SCVs off of gas, because he just doesn't have enough on minerals right now.
No, and his sling is still attacking these units.
Oh my goodness. So
not even noticing it, I'm sure.
So very weird, but Rivers does still have that bunker up, and just a few more banelings could really take that out. Getting it repaired right now, but
so he did kill Ling over there in his base. He's still he got the level 1 infantry upgrades, so his units are a little bit stronger. But that biological is not going to be good against these banelings. They're going to do so much damage, and I have to say the got the Nidus network over here to put a hidden expansion.
I don't know if that's really worth it. I mean, it's fun to do that, I guess, but he just doesn't have his macro is slipping. I guess I don't know if that's a good idea. I haven't seen that in any pro games or anything, but it does look like he's going to have that hidden expansion, which might actually help him out in the end. But honestly, he should have taken out all those production buildings with the Zerglings, because look at that right now. He's just got still has that base outside the base, and getting a spire as well, which the Zerg player, you probably shouldn't get a spire in this situation. You know your opponent, you just killed a lot of his SCVs. All he's going to really be able to get is Marines at this point, and you're just not going to have the gas to fund a spire at this point.
And also a second expansion going up. So 2 expansions going up for the Zerg. He's going to be so ahead if this goes up without Rivers knowing. So I don't blame Rivers for not even checking, because this is hard to find right here. And baneling bus going down to the bunkers and losing both bunkers right there. But now there's nothing to protect the base.
So you got to think about that. I can't stress enough how much he should have taken out all those production buildings and the rest of those SCVs and stuff outside the base, but deciding to move across the map and take out those SCVs. Don't know if it's going to pay off for him. So it looks like these Marines, they do get taken out, but that Hellion's still attacking, and it's just taking out. Look at all the low-level pros. Just like 1 Marine could go in there and probably snipe 6 or 7 drones in probably 2 or 3 seconds. So
I would have to say that getting this hidden expansion was a very bad idea, seeing as how there's a base outside of your base. And they're obviously going to be massing units outside the base, so you need to mass units as well. If you would have saved all the money instead of spending $600 on these 2 hatcheries and about, I don't know, How much does a nice network even cost?
It's not cheap to do. I mean, it is
it costs 150
tech,
and 200. So.
200 gas, so you can't really fund that, especially with the Spire as well. And honestly, right there, what I would recommend, since you're that far ahead in mineral count and stuff, like you're way too far. Well, we'll see. He is going to engage right here. It looks like probably just going to attack one of these buildings, or he is going to get up in those Marines and do it. And for some reason, exploding on the factory. So I don't know if that was a misclick, but he could have easily taken out all his units. But one thing I would recommend doing in that situation, if you have that many minerals and you just feel like you need to expand or something, just throw down an in-base hatchery, and you're going to be able to use up those excess minerals and get an extra queen out. So all these drones, it looks like, are going to go down pretty easily, and that queen might go down. Probably should stem up right there, but that queen does go down to 4 Marines. And
another bunching up. 2 Hellions just going to town. Oh, hungry Hellion, huh?
And I mean, decent micro from the Hellion right there, and that's really the only thing left, and really the only thing doing any damage. Those Zerglings aren't really going back after them. But pretty good job right now by the Terran player. I assume that's our subscriber, I think. Yeah, and now a Banshee, so he did just take out the Queen, and there's not going to be anything.
Ball game. There's nothing to attack. Zerg has to get a higher tier to be able to actually attack.
I would expect a GG soon, but then again, he does have both of those hatcheries where he expanded, and that the Terran obviously does not know about at this point, but one Banshee running around the map real quick will be able to find that easily. And you see at this point the Spire has done nothing. Have you seen any Mutalisk? I don't believe so. Well, actually there's 2, and he might have had 1 more that we missed, but those might be getting taken out. But actually it looks like those 2 Mutas are going to keep him in the game for right now. But honestly, 3, 4, how many? Let's see the unit tab. He does have 23 drones. I guess those are his expansion, but almost all the ones at his main got taken out.
And Rivers is probably wondering how he's able to fund these units right now. With only how many drones does he have over here? 7?
5.
It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So yeah, it's I mean, I don't know how this game is going to go, but we do have 21 SCVs and 2 mules, which kind of probably evens him out in mineral count and stuff, but still, it's I would have to put my money still in the Zerg at this point, just because of those hidden expansions, but we will see.
I would have to put my money on the Terran.
You think so?
Yes, because regardless, he has his economy back up, and the easy part about the Terran is if he mines himself out, he can always lift off and move to another expansion.
So looks like those Mutas are easily going to get taken out. More drones are going to get taken out by the Hellions, and then those Marines are going to take out the Queen again, nonetheless. So I don't know if he's going to be able to hold his main at this point. Does pull the rest of his drones off the line, and that will clean up those Marines. But
and also, if you think about it, he does have his 2 hidden expansions, but look what he has here. Nothing. He has harvesters. Over here is all his tech. So if you take out the Spire and the Baneling Den and everything, I mean, there's nothing left.
Yeah,
the Zerg is done, and the layer will be going down as well. So I think Rivers is ahead right now.
All these Banelings right here are going to wreak some havoc on those Marines and Hellions when they move back in. He does have more Banelings moving in. And the Terran player's got to feel really good about himself right now because he doesn't know about those hidden expansions. So I take back what I said earlier about the hidden expansions. They do look like they're going to pay off pretty well right now for the Zerg player. But he does have Cloak now on these Banshees and no Overseer yet.
Oh my gosh, look at the income.
So just ridiculous. 42 Harvesters and 24 Harvesters. And the Zerg player, unless he gets his tech buildings taken out by the...
I would really attack the Baneling nest right now.
I would be attacking some kind of tech, whether it be... I would attack the spawning pool. You take the spawning pool out, you can't produce Zerglings, you can't produce Banelings without Zerglings. So, honestly, you need... The hatchery does not really matter at this point.
And here we go.
Spawning pool, no doubt. Does run out of energy, and those Mutas are going to be able to take out that Baneling.
It also has the Overseer too, so
yeah,
didn't matter.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
It's not going to run over here to the Marines, I'm sure, and try to save it, and he does. Saves it with 5 HP, so excellent right there by Rivers. Good micro.
And Terran player is a little ignorant at this point. I mean, ignorant's not really a bad word. It's just unknowing is what the definition of it is. He really has to know at this point. He's got to decide, hey, there's got to be a hidden expansion on the map. There's way too many units. There's too many Mutas coming in and stuff for this to be the only the only mining mineral patches left for the Zerg players. So for the Zerg player at this point, I would recommend, and it does look like he is getting another spawning pool if you see the production tab at his main. So
killing this layer right here will prevent any kind of tech going down. So it will prevent any future tech. So.
But go to the
other layer going down right here.
We're seeing a layer and also a spire is going down. So he's doing. I'm still going to go with the Zerg player at this point.
Zerg is ahead
switching over a little bit.
Yeah.
So crazy production for the Zerg player just because of that Nidus network. He was able to get that spire going down before his main layer got taken out. And I didn't know if y'all could do that, but as long as that spire is still up, even if you only have a hatchery, it still works and you can still get mutas out.
Rivers would be in a huge. It would be in a great position right now if he would have found the expansion in the future. I mean, earlier in the game, and taken out either one of these expansions, because that's a lot of harvesters, and he did so much damage over here. If he would have just gone over here and killed some more workers, oh man, it's so good. But nevertheless, not what he did.
Honestly, the Zerg player, he did get his Baneling Nest taken out. I don't know if he rebuilt that before. Let's see in his main if he got his Baneling Nest, because that's really what he's going to need to take out all those Marines. Just a few Banelings to take out all those Marines, but it does look like he's going to try and stick with the Spire and getting out mutas, but that's not really going to help him at this point. And it does look like the Terran is going to... He did just find this expansion with the Banes... not the Banelings, the Banshees. That's kind of Banes, I guess. You can shorten it to Banes, but Banshees, and it does look like he's going to move across the map with his entire army, Marines, Hellions, and all. And looks like we might see a GG from the Zerg player, unless he does have 30 Zerglings being produced, but that's easily probably, what do we got, 28 Marines. That's going to fry up 30 Zerglings without a problem. So
and Hellions.
Yeah, so honestly, Muta's not the best choice right here. You really need Banelings to deal with all these Marines. Zerg player, if you're watching this, I don't know if you're the subscriber or not. I think it's Rivers.
I said it's Rivers.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right. It is Rivers. It said in the replay. But you did say that like 3 times. But Banelings are just so good against Marines. It's ridiculous. So it does look like we probably are going to see a GG soon. As soon as we do have a few Mutas and Lings, which are pretty good together. And it actually does look like they're... What is going down?
2 evolution chambers.
2 Evo chambers, so it is going to be a close battle right here, but it does look like these Marines are going to clean up, and honestly a few more Zerglings are going to take out, and Spine Crawlers as well. So. And
here comes the cavalry. Going straight to the back. Bad position in the Spine Crawler. Needs to pick it up right up. Uproot this one to move it over. Uproot and move. It's bad positioning.
One thing we don't see from the Terran player that we need is reinforcements. I haven't seen any reinforcements coming across the map from the Terran player. I don't know if that's lack of minerals. Well, he does have more Marines queued up, but he did mine out his main while that was going on and fly his expansion to the natural, so he has been running off one base this entire game, and all we're really going to be able to see is still this Hellion Marine, and I assume it's going to work just because we're not seeing any Banelings from the Zerg player, which is that's all he needs is a Baneling Nest. And does he have one going down at this point? He does have his Baneling Nest going down, so that could prove fatal to the Terran player, especially with those Mutas backing them up.
But let's pay attention to the income. Now he has done significant damage to the income, 200 to 1,200. So that's a huge difference now. Another expansion going back up for the Zerg. Going to get this hatchery once again. He probably should move it to another location, because apparently Rivers has a bad job of scouting other expansions. But now... making another base right outside his next expansion.
Rivers is a very, you can just tell he's very comfortable with not just building in his main. He looks like he's more of a mobile Terran player instead of a turtling Terran player like we normally see. And this final push, unless we can see some Banelings coming out from the Zerg player, is really going to prove fatal to the Zerg player. So honestly, he needs all of those to turn into Banelings.
And good job funneling those Zerglings right there. Don't let the Zerglings surround you. Like right now, he's getting up in the base, and now the Zerglings be able to surround. Actually, just kind of keeping around the Spine Crawlers. He's doing a good job right here. And now getting back here in the drone line once again. Getting a lot of damage, and the Queen's going to go down. He's lost so many Queens this game. It's ridiculous.
Main problem, no Banelings in that battle, which really would have proved fatal. He would have won that battle easily, would have been able to get more production going up, but he is going to bring his Mutas in, it looks like. Mutas flying across the map right there, about to come into the scene, but there's way too many Marines at this point to be able to deal with it.
He spawned 2 Zerglings, though, and there's a GG by Strahd. So good job by Rivers winning that game with Tier 1 tech the entire game. Excellent.
Really,
Oh, and Banshees.
Honestly, Rivers, you should not have won that game. That was not yours to win. I mean, the early pressure, the early bunkers was good, but the Baneling bust, he should have taken out all your tech buildings at that point. At that point, I mean, the hidden expansions should have gave him the upper hand in the army tab without a problem. Getting that extra Baneling nest would have been, it was just like it would have changed the game completely. There would have been no Marines. He still would have had map control with his mutas after he took out all your Marines.
1,400 minerals,
and really slipped on his macro a lot.
If he had changed those 30 Zerglings into Banelings, it would have been game over.
That's what I was saying. That whole time he had so many Zerglings in there, and all he needed was Banelings. And
well, Rivers, a little bit of a unorthodox gameplay and a little bit of luck, and you won the game. But you played good though.
So appreciate you subscribing to us and sending in your replay and supporting us. And anybody else watching this game and you've got your own replays, go ahead and send them to SlothnMoose@yahoo.com. We'll have that in the description below. And other than that, guys, appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.